friends, listen again to our legend of the BIONICLE. Long ago on the island of Okoto, after thousands of years being asleep, Ikimu the mask maker had finally been awakened. When he awoke, he led them to his lost mask of creation, only to face the dark realization that his brother Makuta had been behind all the evil the island had endured. Makuta's minion Kulta the Skull Grinder took the mask of creation and sealed Ikimu and the Toa away.
I won't let our quest end here! Pohatu, Onua, see what you can do.
It's old.
Yeah, I figured out that much.
What he means is, with the age of the building on top of us and this rubble, we move one wrong pebble and everything comes crashing down. It won't be an easy fix.
But can you do it?
It will take time.
We don't have time.
We'll have to make time, Master of Fire. Onua, Pohatu, go ahead and do what you can.
On it!
Are you sure we can't just bust out of here? I can feel an air current.
You heard Pohatu. This place will probably come down on us.
I have no desire to be buried. As much as it pains me, I think we should wait.
We can't wait! Those skull creatures will use Ikimu's mask for who knows what!
What other choice do we have?
Fine, we wait. I want answers though, Mask Maker. From day one I've been told I have to stop evil, but I don't even know what evil I'm facing anymore. How do you know these creatures? And why is your brother evil?
Oh, it is a long, long story.
I think we've got the time.
Very well. It all started a long time ago. I'm sure the modern-day protectors told you that Makuta crafted a powerful mask that took control of him, which resulted in the damage to the island. Well, before that, he was just my brother. He and I ruled over the island together. We looked out for one another, provided the islanders with masks to make everyday life easier for them. Low-powered versions of the Mask of Jungle were used to help farmers grow crops. Masks of Speed helped get messages between cities faster. Masks of Protection were given out to the chosen protectors for each tribe, heightening their senses and giving them quicker reflexes to defend their cities and towns from occasional beasts and disputes between neighbors. For generations, we had peace. Every Okotan was given the chance to lead a good life filled with liberty and happiness. Celebrations were held in the cities. We had holidays and festivals. All 6 tribes were united and lived happily together in the major cities around Okoto, while each tribe had their own designated portion of the island to further enrich their own culture. However, one day, everything changed. Gladiatorial combat was a great sport. Our finest champions were the ones we called the Boneheads. Their leader had such a rabid fan base he took the name Kulta, rather than go by his old moniker of Skull Grinder.
Why was he called that?
Each of the 3 Boneheads were known by names relating to their favorite moves. Kulta would grind on foes' skulls, while his friends Skull Slicer and Skull Basher, well, you can probably guess the reasons for their names.
Yeah, I think I can.
Kulta was by far the greatest warrior we had seen. Not only was he a fierce warrior, but he was also very intelligent. Makuta and I were even considering retiring and letting Kulta lead out civilization. He was good with confrontations and was great at getting everyone to compromise. However, somehow, he got a hold of a forbidden text. It taught of how to harness the power of the Shadow Realm, and had been outlawed for being too dangerous a power for anyone to control. Many Okotans in the past thought they could use it for good, but all had been devoured by their own power. Kulta managed to control the power enough to raise an army of Skull Warriors for himself, with Skull Basher and Skull Slicer acting as his lieutenants. In the end, Kulta and his forces were defeated, all of them killed and laid to rest, some for the second time. Makuta and I agreed to destroy the texts, and Makuta assured me he would take care of it. Years went by. Makuta grew increasingly devoted to making a new type of mask. He wanted to usher in a new era for Okoto, one where every citizen could live like a king with minimal work. A noble effort. He planned on displaying the final version of his mask at the Festival of Masks, our most celebrated holiday. A few days before the celebrations were to start, I saw them. All 6 elemental creatures!
Elemental creatures.
Yes, like you, they are embodiments of the elements themselves. They were always seldom seen, however. They were only seen on certain occasions, usually as an omen for things to come.
Like good omen or bad omen?
Whenever an Okotan caught sight of a single creature, it was always a sign of good things to come. Never before had all 6 been seen in the same place before. I took it as a sign, and travelled to the Temple of Time. The Mask of Time had been found in the temple hundreds of years before. No one knows who built the temple, or where the mask came from, but it could be used to glimpse into the future. What I saw terrified me. A darkness was coming. I knew not what or when, but something was going to happen to Okoto. Showed me a glimpse of 6 figures and a single word. Toa. After the experience, I was left with a string of verses stuck in my head. I think it came to be called the Prophecy of Heroes, if I'm correct.
That's what we were told it was called.
That's what I gathered from your minds.
Creeper.
Without knowing how or why, I started working on the golden masks you 6 wear now, each containing the elements of your regions. Once completed, I made sure that they were sent off with the protectors of the time for safekeeping. With that done, I decided to watch Makuta's unveiling. That was when it happened. Makuta unveiled his masterpiece. He called it the Mask of Ultimate Power, and said it could control all the elements and more, making work for everyone easier. The mask was too strong. There was a reason we had a law forbidding more than one element being put into a mask. The amount of power in the mask corrupted him, and he started destroying our capital city. I acted in the only way I could think, and used my hammer to knock the mask on his face. It flew into the air and cracked into 6 pieces, and a wormhole opened. Makuta was sucked in, as was capital city. Shockingly enough, no one else was. But the portal collapsed in on itself, and I was caught in a huge explosion. The creatures came by and took my mask away for safekeeping. I felt myself drift into blackness, some form of hibernation. The last thing I remember is telling Agarak the prophecy of heroes, and then nothing.
Wow, that's quite the story.
If what Kulta said was true, Makuta tried to teach himself how to harness the Shadow Realm, and in doing so corrupted his mask of ultimate power. The Shadow Realm must have claimed what was rightfully its property when the mask was destroyed.
What about the Skull Spider Horde?
They are not of this world. They must be creatures of shadow, and Makuta made a deal with them, as he did with Kulta and his army in raising them from the dead.
Well, why does he want your mask? What good can it do him?
I am linked to my mask, and am the only one who can use its true power to create anything. However, if the mask is melted down, it could be remolded to create something that could allow Makuta to return.
Then we must stop Kulta before that can happen.
Can't really do that when we're stuck down here, though.
Ahem.
We fixed the door.
Alright, let's go get them!
Wait! Whose turn is it?
Oh, lost track.
Well, someone needs to take charge.
I vote Tahu. In each encounter we have had with the creatures of this city, Tahu has been the reason we won the fight. We used teamwork on the Lord of Skull Spiders, but in the courtyard against the Skull Warriors, it was Tahu who discovered how to beat them. In the fight against the four-armed character, Tahu had the notion to distract it and retrieve Liwa's mask, while Onua pressed a button.
Tahu also suggested Liwa fly above the tunnel.
Yeah, 'cause that turned out great.
It was still a good compromise, even if the outcome wasn't that great. He has shown leadership skills in everything he does. Therefore, I vote for Tahu as leader.
I'll second that.
Kopaka has a point. I'll third it.
As long as he's not stuck up about it, I'll be okay with him in charge.
Congratulations, Tahu.
Thank you all. Now, let's stop these skeletons and save Okoto!
There! He started my forge!
Let's go, team! Onua, knock for us, won't you?
Open up.
You will never get past me, Toa. My master will bring Makuta back to this realm.
We'll see about that, Skull Slicer.
Basha. This is Skull Basha.
Oh. We'll see about that, Skull Basher!
Well, it seems Basher failed me. Pity, he was such a good right hand.
Give it up, Kulta! You couldn't face me one-on-one back in the day. I doubt you'll do much better against 6 Toa!
I beg to differ, Akimu. Last time you wore this mask which I now hold in my hand, and this time, I shall be the one to wear it.
Not good.
What's wrong? I thought you said only you could harness its power.
Only I can harness its true power. Others will still gain a boost, though.
What do we do?
Hold him off! I know how to stop him!
Tahu?
We do as Akimu says. Hold him off!
Too hard of a challenge. Now for the old one. Get off.
Never! We go on fighting as long as we can!
Give up, little Toa. You are beaten.
As long as I live, I will never give up!
Then live no longer.
Kulta! Wake up, Tahu! Wake up!
What?
Careful, Tahu. You've been unconscious for a while.
What happened?
You and the Toa distracted Kulta long enough for me to build myself a new hammer and knock the mask off of him.
Our masks! They were...
Yes, they were. I built you new ones with the material left over. These should be even more powerful than before.
About time, sleepyhead.
Tahu, we did it!
Yes, sister, we did.
Tahu. Good work, brother.
So, what's next?
Yeah, that can't be it, can it? Makuta is still out there.
No, Pohatu. Your work is not yet done, but feel proud of your accomplishments here today. For the first time in thousands of years, Okotans can come together and live in the same city again. Thanks to you. The Skull Spider Menace has been defeated, as has Kulta and his Skull Army. A new age has begun on Okoto, the Age of Heroes.